So hey Leslie, how are you today?
I'm really good, thanks. How about you, Christine?
I'm good, thank you. Today is our second video of the Design and Declutter Masterclass, and I want to welcome everyone who's listening to this video or watching us. Thank you for watching us, and I hope you learn a bit more about me and Leslie and how we work and about our Design and Declutter Masterclass. So today I think we want to answer one of the questions that we both get asked the most, and that question is how do we start, or where do we start, because everything seems so overwhelming with the decluttering part and also with the decorating part. Like, there's so many stuff going on that a lot of people don't know where or how to start. So for me, whenever I get that question, when someone asks me, so Christine, where do I start? I don't know where to start with decorating my home. And the answer always shocks them because it's not the answer that they want to hear. It's not like, okay, you have to go visit, check out your Pinterest board and see what you like. My first answer was always, you need to start decluttering your space first before you start designing, because otherwise you don't know what you have in your space, or you don't know what else to bring into your space. So that's the question that I always tell my clients: start decluttering first. But then I know that decluttering is not an easy thing, because I've done it before, and we always have like the fear of letting go syndrome. So Leslie, I know this is your thing. This is what you do for a living. So can you tell us, like, where do we start decluttering? Like, where do we start?
Where do we start? That's a great question, because always when I work with a client, it's always we stand in the room and they go, okay, where do we start? That's the big thing, because it does feel so overwhelming. And what I always ask them to do, first of all, is just to look at the space with clear eyes, see all the things that are there, because we become blind to what's actually in our space. It's there all the time, so we just end up ignoring it. And then just to close their eyes and to imagine that space as they would like it to be. And then open our eyes again. And then I get them to pick one corner, one shelf, one surface, or one drawer, and we start there. And to be honest, Christine, it doesn't matter which corner, which drawer, which shelf, which surface it is, we just have to pick one. And that's where we start. And I always start on one of the outside surfaces and then go into the cupboards, because we need to create space for new homes, for things, because it's great sorting it out, but as we sort it, we have to find homes for the objects we decide to keep. So it is a case of making space first, and it does always get worse before it gets better. And that's why my huge tip would be, unless you've got somebody like me or a friend or a relation there helping you, never ever pull out more than you can put back. So I would always say, empty a drawer, deal with that, then go on to the next one. Don't empty them all into the middle of the room and then be completely overwhelmed. Yes, so pick one place and start there. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I think that is so true, because once you start like emptying everything, it's like, oh my God, this is too much. And yeah, it's true, you can't and then we won't be able to handle it. I think that's a great advice. Just start with like one little drawer, empty that, and then go to the second one, and then to the next one. And and also like what you said earlier, I think you said that so once you start emptying stuff out, then you know the things that you keep, then you know what, I guess, then you need to know what to store, or you know what organization or storage space you need for the things that you are keeping.
Yes, that's right. And that's important. When I walk in, people usually say to me, I need more storage. Please advise me on storage. And I say, do you want the good news or the bad news? The good news is you've already got enough storage. The bad news is you've got too much stuff. And that's where we start from.
That is so true. That is also something that I tell my client when when I go and do the first visit or the first interview. The first thing they tell me, I need more storage. And then I look around, I'm like, no, you do not need more storage. Get rid of some of your stuff. It's not a storage problem. It's you have too much stuff in your home that you need to start decluttering.
Yeah. So what, you must get asked the same question as well, as you say, where do you start? Because that's your area of expertise. So I'm in awe of what you do. So when you get a client who says to you, okay, Christy, where do we start? What's your answer to that?
Well, my answer to that, aside from the decluttering part, because
Yeah.
that's the first answer that I always tell people. The second one is always start with how do you feel. I think that's really important. It's not about it's not about looking at Pinterest board or your house or going to a paint shop and look at paints, because that is totally the wrong way to start decorating your home, because then you're totally going to get overwhelmed. You don't know what color to pick. You don't know what style you want your home to, to be in, because, there's like, I don't know, so many different design styles, and you see all these beautiful images on Pinterest or in magazines that you just don't know what to pick or where to go. So that's why I always tell them, you have to like look inside first. Like think about the answer of how do you want to feel in your home. That's where you're gonna get your answer on where you start, because once you know how you want to feel in your home, then you can translate that feeling into colors, patterns, texture, to sound, even to smell. And this is a lot of things, something that people don't think about, that how the way you feel that creates the home that you want to live in. Actually, I'm just going to give a quick example. Like, for example, if you love going on vacation, let's say you love going to Aruba. Aruba is your favorite vacation spot, and that's how you want to feel. You want to feel like you are on vacation all the time on the Caribbean island. So how does that feel, or how does it look like, or how does that feel like? So there's the sun, it's orange, and there's the beach, there's the turquoise color, and then the texture, like it's a beachy texture. You can have some rough wood, all that. When you bring it together, that's how you create your vacation spot, basically, in your home. So so that's
the starting point, which is really interesting. That you start with how you want to feel in that space, which is very similar to me and yet totally different. So that's fantastic. So you have to decide how you want to feel in that space, and we may feel we don't know that, but if we stop and we listen to ourselves, to our inner voice, we know the answer to that.
That's exactly right. Stop and listen to our inner voice. Exactly.
Wow, fantastic. Well, thank you. That's great, because I'm learning from you as I listen to what you're saying. So that's brilliant.
Yeah, me too. I'm learning from you as I'm listening to like how to start decluttering, because because we always have the fear of missing out. Like, oh my gosh, if I throw this out, I might need it sometime down the line. I'm like, no,
that's a huge topic, and one we will cover another day.
Great. All right, great. So everyone, thanks a lot for listening to us. And if you have any design dilemma or decluttering or organization dilemma that you want us to talk about in our next video next week, I think. So just put a comment. Sorry, just put a comment below the video, and we'll try to answer your question in our next video. All right. All right, guys. Bye.